I wanted to go back to after footy, post footy, your life-threatening event, and sort of just let people understand what happened and what your family went through and your mindset through that whole situation.
Yeah, mate. Well, I felt like life was going along really well. I was 36 at the time, 3 children under 10. I was feeling fit, feeling great about things, and from nowhere, headache. Just for 2 days, I had this serious headache, and went into my doctor's. He said, get a scan, and pretty much it all sort of hell broke loose from there. And before I knew it, I'd had surgery. I was in the doctor's, gone to see my doctor a week after surgery, and the doctor simply said, sorry, mate, you've got high-grade brain cancer. It was tough words. There's no cure for brain cancer. And from nowhere, I've become this brain cancer patient.
So the headache, like you were just did you ever have headaches before? There was nothing that sort of alluded to that fact?
No, definitely nothing like that. I thought, oh, well, this is, maybe this is what what's them headaches?
Migraine?
Migraine, yeah. I thought maybe this is a migraine, for 2 days. Because it did knock me around.
So it was like a full-on...
Yeah, I was laying in bed, which I'd never do, but I just thought, well, I'll ride it out. It's just a headache.
Yeah.
And from there, mate, it all just went bang.
Now, I've been to neurologists. I've got a form of epilepsy, so I know the whole sort of rigmarole of getting from a doctor to a neurologist. It's sort of a period. It's one of these things where you can't ring up and say, hey, mate, can you squeeze me in? Because everyone there has got something bad going on, so to speak. How long was the wait between going to the doctors and saying, listen, mate, I've got these really bad headaches, to going to see a neurologist?
Well, I got a scan that afternoon.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, straight in for a scan. They got me straight in. They did a great job. And it showed an irregularity on my brain. And they were a little bit cautious. They said at first, maybe you've had a stroke. We're not sure here. We need to have a good look at it. And they monitored it for a couple of weeks, and they confirmed that, no, this is a tumour. So then I was rushed into hospital. John Hunter at Newcastle did do an amazing job there. And before I knew it, I'm in Ward G2, which is a head trauma ward. It's a lot different to a lot of the other wards. You're in there for a serious reason. You've been involved in a high impact collision in a car or motorbike accidents, or you're getting tumours removed is what they do. And the nurses and that do a great, wonderful job in there. I found myself in there, surrounded by mostly 60-odd-year-old blokes, that were getting tumours removed. And there I was. I was in there, 36. I don't think I fully really knew at the time the seriousness of what was going on. It's like footy, mate. You get injured, you shake it off, you do a bit of physio and you get back into it. I think I've had that attitude, but this one was certainly a long-term injury.
What goes through, like, not only your mind, but your wife, Curalee's, like, how does the family dynamic change? Is there moments you sit down and you're trying to map out what the next move is? How was the mental health side of things?
Yeah, it's a crazy time. I think I held it reasonably well together. I think your family, your parents and everyone get affected really bad. I think I was given this situation, and I've just probably because I was tough enough to handle it. And I think it is really hard on the family. So the first few days I'd go for walks and I'd be thinking about things, and my mind was spiralling out of control with negative thoughts. And I really quickly realised that I had to start controlling those thoughts, because it wasn't doing me any good. It wasn't doing anyone around me any good. So I had to pull myself together and get ready to take this thing